This week may have had its ups and downs, but at least I have my Cop Diva skin.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
I had to endure a bit. At least it's not a completely broken game or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually enjoyed Heroes of the Storm a little bit. I didn't expect to.
It's not really my thing.
I'm a little worried that it might be
I have to go 2 more weeks, though, before I can finally uninstall it. But whatever. But that's not why we're here.
Nope.
At least I got Cop Diva, though. Cop
Yes.
Diva. Really nice. But anyway, we're not here for that. We're actually here for, of course, ponies. Yes, it is once again Pony 411. This is episode 178 for the week of May 7th, 2017. I am Nemesis, and here is also my co-host Alca7raz.
Yo.
Yes. New episode came out, quote unquote, this week.
Quote unquote, yes.
Yes, we of course watched that. Maybe further back than you might think. But anyway, we have that. We also have quite a bit of big news.
Yes.
Some big things upcoming that is going to possibly annoy a lot of you. It is a little annoying to deal with, but we're making it work, hopefully.
Yes.
There's a little bit of music at the end of the show as well.
Yeah, I got a couple things.
And that's not much else, really.
Yep, it's going to be kind of maybe short, depending on how long this news section goes.
Yeah, that's the big thing. So yeah, news, of course, because that's what we have. And if you want to follow along with said news, you can go to pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. It's spelled LIBSYN. Make sure to spell it right, or else you won't find it. I'm not sure where you'll go if you don't spell it right. I don't want to find out.
I don't want to find out either.
So, anyway, let's get started with, of course, convention news, and, well, the only piece of it, which is for something coming up next week, or in a few days when you listen to this. Everfree Northwest has posted their Pony Stock and Gala musician lineups, and also their schedule is up, so if you want to plan for that, do that.
You probably should be planning already.
Yes. Yes, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, fandom and other news. An old, dead, fan-made pony dating sim has been revived, and they're looking for help with, writing and whatnot.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
More dating sims.
They had a demo way back when, and then they kind of died, and now it's back, I guess. And in, I guess, odd news, a segment of the show today was animated with ponies, and apparently it was officially done.
Yes, they did it officially. Official ponification.
Well.
All right, then.
Yeah. I could tell it wasn't quite on the same level as the show, though.
Probably done really quickly.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Still kind of neat.
Yeah, I guess. It's kind of weird, but whatever. Anyway, merchandise news, though. Movie fashion style brushables, Guardians of Harmony, and other sets have been listed on Amazon. Yes, including the, what was it, that weird sky sled thing.
Yes.
The jet.
Yes, for Tempest.
Yes. I'm going to get that.
Yeah, probably.
It's so
kind of cool.
It's kind of so dumb, it's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, Funko is doing Pop Sea ponies this fall, not normal style pony finals, unfortunately, just their pop line.
The pop line, which is odd.
So when are we gonna get pony Nendroids? Obviously,
yes,
that's what I'd like.
I would love to see that, or Figmas.
Oh boy, a set of a Figma, Equestria Girl, and pony.
Just imagine having a Figma sunset.
I need it. I think they do offer blank Figmas that you can customize, but that's a lot of work.
I would love to see them try to do a pony Figma.
Hasbro, get with Max Factory, work with them, do it. I think actually they wouldn't do Nendroids because that's kind of close to what the minis are.
It is kind of close.
But Figmas, well, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah,
do it. Anyway, no more wishful thinking for now. Guardians of Harmony, Daring Do, Dazzle, and Applejack are available on Hasbro Toy Shop for $10 a pop.
Yep, I'm gonna have to grab those. At least the Daring Do.
There's Daring Do, and maybe review it.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll still have to actually buy it and wait for it to show up, so
might
take a bit.
So what? I think people would still appreciate it.
Yeah.
Anyway, comic news. Previews for Friendship is Magic number 54 and Legends of Magic number 2 are out. And okay, here we go. The big stuff is coming up right here.
Oh boy.
First off, Equestria Girls. Yes, Equestria Girls news again. Shout Factory has revealed their next Equestria Girls DVD called Magical Movie Night, and it includes the synopses for the 3 upcoming specials, which apparently one of which will be out next week in Poland. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
That's right. Dance Magic, because we already have the titles. And by the way, spoilers, so if you don't want to know, go away.
Go. Wow. You can be nicer about that.
Go away, please.
You might want to tune out for the next few minutes.
Anyway, Dance Magic. When Rarity finds out about a music video competition, she's eager to convince her friends at Canterella High to enter the contest. The girls soon learn that Crystal Prep Academy is also interested in participating in the contest. The students at CPA have many more resources and are better dancers. Will they be able to pull together and make a winning music video? So, yeah, that's the Shadowbolt one.
Yep.
You knew about that. I'm wondering if this is also where you see Dance Magic.
It's a song.
Yeah, let's see. I want to bet they're all going to come together and have to work together to make one nice music video because something happens. Watch.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yep.
That would follow the trope.
Yep, that would follow the trend of the show. And Movie Magic. The Equestria Girls have been specially invited by AK Yearling to go on the set of the upcoming Daring Do movie, and they are overjoyed. For superfan Rainbow Dash, watching behind the scenes as her favorite heroine comes to life is a dream come true. But when a rare and important prop from the set goes missing, putting the movie on hold, Rainbow Dash's dreams become a nightmare.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
Let's just hope it's not Rainbow Dash gets framed for something. Again.
It's all Dash's fault.
Well, we've already had an episode about that. We don't need a special about the same exact thing.
See Quibble Pants?
Maybe.
That'd be fun. Surprise, Quibble Pants and Patton Oswalt.
That would be kind of cool, actually, to get Patton back.
Yeah, he's a busy guy, though. Does a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's obviously, movies, so there's the movie thing. And I think the thing is Mirror Magic's synopsis also kind of spoils who the villain is for Movie Magic.
Yeah.
Anyway, which I was not expecting this anyway. So, Mirror Magic, as the pages in her journal run out, there's only one thing for Sunset Shimmer to do. Return to Equestria and get a new journal. There she meets Starlight Glimmer and agrees to bring her back to experience life at Canterlot High. While Sunset Shimmer was away, a revenge-seeking Juniper Montage finds a beautiful hand mirror enchanted with equestrian magic. Not only can it provide a window into another land, but if you push the right button, it can also make things disappear into limbo trapped between the two realms. Wow, okay.
That is quite the...
There's a lot to unpack here.
There is a lot going on in that one.
Yeah, okay, so... First off, okay, apparently Juniper Montage is a villain.
Apparently.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought she'd be like some new friend. Nope, she's a villain.
My question, revenge seeking. What is she seeking revenge for?
I'm guessing whatever happened in Movie Magic. I'm guessing she's the one who stole the prop for some reason.
I guess that
maybe
makes
she thinks
sense.
Daring Do movies are too lowbrow. I don't know. Film snobs can get weird.
Wow, let's just make enemies of every group.
Okay.
No, the film snobs too.
Film snobs are film snobs. I mean...
It's cinema.
You pleb.
You uncultured swine.
At least they're not audiophiles.
Yep. I'm not even gonna...
I'm just gonna...
We're just gonna come back to ponies now.
So, okay. I'll start off with, the smallest thing first. The mirror, this new hand mirror, apparently, which has buttons on it. Which, okay.
All right.
Okay, I guess we'll maybe find out where it comes from. Apparently it has the power to trap things between that weird swirly vortex we saw in the first 2 movies.
Getting trapped in the void between worlds.
That sounds fun.
That sounds common. That's
right.
A trope.
Yeah. Other thing, Sunset returning to Equestria, which oddly enough, the page in the journal, I've seen a lot of fanfics recently using that exact scenario. Of course, for some reason, a lot of them trying to make it tragic, or some reason she can't do anything about it. And it's like, but why though?
But why though?
Just use that last page to say, hey, Twilight, could I get a new book? Thanks.
Here's my last page. Can you send me a new one?
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
So it's one of the, but they try to make it more tragic and it doesn't really work, in my opinion. But yeah, okay, that's great. The thing was, it's and then of course there's the Starlight, which it's I knew it was coming, but I was kind of expecting actually Starlight to be the human Starlight, I guess. Maybe in that hope that maybe they could do the character right this time. But we're getting Pony Starlight, which is kind of weird. Like, when you think about it, Sunset doesn't know Starlight, like, at all. Why would she randomly grab her and bring her back to the human world? It kind of seems like weird.
I don't think it's random. They're very vague about that. So
I know, but it's still kind of weird. Well, in which way, it's like she will literally have just met Starlight, probably, unless they're like, oh, by the way, I've been here before. It's like, well, why aren't we seeing that in Friendship's Match? But anyway.
Maybe it's one of those, she comes back and meets her.
But
and
it's still kind of
Twilight
like,
goes, hey, you two are actually fairly similar. You should go and hang out.
Yeah, but it's still kind of that weird of, it's kind of weird, this new person, let's just bring her over. And it's like, well, then the main 6 don't get to go? The rest of the main 6 don't get to go, though? Because, no. You don't get to go. I don't know. It feels like a little unfair.
I don't know. Think about, well, no, that would probably get your hopes up. I don't want to get your hopes up. Mirror collapses and traps Starlight. Of course, it would also trap Sunset. Make your choice.
They come back over and Starlight gets trapped in the void between. Because it collapses right as they're coming over. Yep, there we go. There's my choice.
Would you rather...
I picked the third option.
You cannot pick the third option.
You can't tell me what to do. I've already established you can be trapped in the void between, so...
Yeah, but that's by a different mirror. It is interesting that you're using a mirror again. And mirror with buttons. I guess the mirror was designed for this?
I guess it's enchanted for equestrian magic. Yeah.
Where did it come from?
I'm just hoping they don't have really awkward lines with like Sunset praising Starlight or whatever. That's just been a kind of a...
It's gonna happen.
Because that's just an constant...
Keeps happening.
I know,
it's gonna happen.
Weird thing. I'm just hoping... Well, I'm not sure who's writing these. Hopefully they're better about making it at least sound natural and not overly silly. I guess that's the word. But anyway, I knew it was coming. It's like, I'm gonna hope maybe it's gonna not be... But anyway, at least the other two will probably be good at the very least. I'm just hoping this one won't be rage-inducing. Yeah. Anyway. That's Equestria Girls.
Yes.
Stuff. Moving on to Friendship is Magic, which, well, Sunset should appear in that in there. Anyway, that's the thing. Monkey's Paw. That's the big Monkey's Paw part for me is, hey, Sunset comes to Equestria, but not in Friendship is Magic.
Not in Friendship is Magic. Also, watch. We never actually see that happen. It's just she disappears and then comes back, and we never see the other side of it.
Really, that would just be really bad filmmaking right there. Because, like, oh, we're just going to have Starlight show up without explaining why. She's going to be here because we need her to be there.
They could explain it. They just never show the...
Well, that would be telling, not showing. That would
things.
Still be bad filmmaking. Because he'd be telling, not showing. Any which way, it's kind of weird. It's like... And there is really no excuse for that other than... at least, if I would be disappointed, but at least I'd respect them to say, we don't want to. If they just outright, rather than dragging it along like they have been for the last few years... You know, if they just said, we don't want to, I'd be, oh, but fine. At least you're honest. But anyway, moving on to Friendship is Magic, though. My Little Pony is up for 2 Leo Awards. And they are, let's see. One of them is for 28 Pranks Later, got nominated for Best Sound in an Animated Program or Series, and Best Musical Score for A Heartwarming Tale.
Which I'm assuming is like Luna's Future, maybe?
Probably all the songs, because there's multiple songs in that, remember?
Okay. Yeah.
Musical score, the whole thing.
Musical score, so not just individual song.
So those are 2 Leo Awards. No idea if they'll win or not. Probably will be snubbed again, because that keeps on happening. It keeps happening. Nominated, never actually win.
It could happen.
Hey, if Leonardo DiCaprio got his Oscar finally.
Finally.
Who knows? Anyway, moving on. Multiple titles and synopses have been discovered for upcoming episodes. So again, once again,
weird.
Yeah, spoilers. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. These are all dropped on Zaptuit.
Yes, and these ones are now confirmed because there was a bit weirdness. Someone was throwing up fake ones.
Yeah, but these are all on Zaptuit, so they are confirmed. Anyway, a royal problem. Starlight Glimmer is set to solve a friendship problem between Princess Celestia and Princess Luna, and when it's clear that the problem is the royal sisters don't appreciate one another, Starlight impulsively switches their cutie marks. Again, Monkey's Paw. We've been asking for a Celestia episode and whatnot. What do we get? Starlight, who has still not learned a lesson because, hey, I'm going to switch their cutie marks out of just impulse.
Out of impulse. I mean, you could have worded that better and still made the action make more sense. If it was I'm going to make you see from each other's perspectives, that could make sense. Put yourselves in each other's shoes.
The other problem is that the royal sisters don't appreciate one another. It's like, you'd think that whole 1,000 years apart thing would they seem to appreciate. Man, I understand them squabbling, yes, but the appreciation part is the kind of the
Maybe they've had 1,000 years apart to make it kind of.
I don't know. The whole you can see they beat themselves up a lot about that whole thing. So it kind of.
But they haven't had any practice at fixing it.
Well,
1,000 years apart means they see how bad it is, but they can't really practice making it better.
Well, they've been back together for a couple of years. I really, it's kind of like one of the, you tread lightly, guys. And also, this is an episode, I'm honestly going to say, none of the main 6 need to be in this one. Not Starlight either. None of them, in fact. I think it should have been just Celestia and Luna. I think that's what it should have been. Not even Twilight. And that's crazy coming from me.
That is. I'm just wondering, because usually on that you have some sort of, at least, third party.
Or at least, the very least, a vague, even if it's just a vague cameo or something. I don't know, like have Cadence show up. Why not? Just have her be the mediator.
Oh, what's his face? You see him in the comics.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is the comics. So there's no Kernan.
I know, but it'd be cool to see him show up. The butler.
Yeah, him. Or the other. I
don't know. I just want to call him Reginald.
That other pony that people point out. What's her name? She's got black hair and she had dressed like as a devil, that one thing. But anyway, I gotta move faster because we're running.
Yeah, more monkey's paw.
Yeah. Honest Apple. When Rarity asks Applejack to be a judge in the fashion show, Applejack learns that an opinion, however honest, can still be hurtful. Yeah. That'll be interesting. More Rarity and Applejack.
I think we already mentioned that one.
We probably did, but it's still, now it's confirmed.
Now it's confirmed.
Not asking for trouble. Pinkie Pie visits Prince Rutherford and the Yaks. Yay! While there, an avalanche falls on the entire rustic village of Yakistan.
No.
Pinkie Pie suggests that she go get to the other ponies to come help, but the proud prince and Yaks refuse.
Well, alright.
Okay, bye. See you later. Discordant harmony. When Discord invites Fluttershy to his realm for tea, he worries that she won't be comfortable there and begins to change it and himself with disastrous results.
Disastrous results? Is he going to become a Cord? Like the comic series?
Oh, geez, are they borrowing from the comics again? Oops. Hope it's not like
that. We'll see how that one goes.
Yeah, it might be fun.
It might be what the comic wanted to be, but better.
Hopefully, because the comic kind of
wasn't. Great idea, not so great execution.
Yeah, for many reasons. We already talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that one. So hopefully,
the perfect pair. This is the big one, I think.
Oh boy,
the Apple siblings learn about their parents' love story and find out they're half pair.
Learn about that opens a possibility that this is a flashback.
I think they already confirmed it's a flashback.
It is a flashback because that was always is it a flashback or are they still alive? Are the parents still alive?
Well, I'm really hoping they're actually going all the way with this one, not kind of going back on everything they've implied and said outside of the show.
Yeah.
And in the show, they've implied a little bit too.
And to take that further, I would like a in the show full confirmation and not just we're going to have a flashback to tell their story, but not say one way or another where the hell they are now.
Because that'd be, where have you been? My vacation. For 7 years? Yes.
Oh, look at the time. Time for another vacation.
Yeah. So yeah, that will be fun, I hope. And
hope.
Yeah, well, who knows? They could still mess it up.
Yeah.
Fame and misfortune. Triad Sparkle's publishing of the Friendship Journal has unintended consequences when ponies start to argue over who wrote the best lessons.
Wow, that seems a little like meta? Looking in a mirror.
A little meta. Oh, geez. Don't do that. And triple threat. Spike accidentally invites Ember and Thorax to Ponyville on the same day. He's sure that the two new leaders are not going to get along, so he does all he can to keep them apart and cover the fact that the other is there.
Spike screws up everything. Can't even keep count
part
anymore.
Infinity. Although this is one of those, this seems more along the lines of, you're just being an idiot, because there seems to be no problem with it. I don't think that really, there might be some of the awkwardness, but I don't think.
Unless they're going to throw in this idea, maybe pre-established history between the changelings and the dragons.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it, but there's space for it. They could throw that in there and say they've been at war or whatnot, and they've been butting heads.
So anyway, it basically sounds like Spike's an idiot again.
Yeah, Spike's being an idiot.
Again.
Yeah.
So that's a Spike episode, so
this one, it sounds almost like it's going to rely on cringe humor.
Yeah, so we'll see. That's not always worked out in the past, but
yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. I know a lot of people are, and that's great. I'm not.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all the stuff for episodes and synopses. However, more episodes have had their titles revealed.
Oh boy.
And all the way through episode 22 at this point in time. So they are Campfire Tales. Gee, I wonder what that's about. Daring Done. I wonder what that's about. A health of information. To change a changeling, it isn't the main thing about you, and once upon a Zeppelin.
Is it lead? I hope so.
Right. So those are episodes. So episodes 17 through 22, those are.
We've almost got the full season.
There are 4 episodes we don't know anything about. What's really weird is, it's all the way through 22, and that's apparently supposed to air in like late June.
Yeah.
In Canada.
In Canada.
Yeah, which means they really do have that many episodes ready to go.
Yeah.
Or will be ready to go. Which means, are they actually going to be able to finish the season by like July?
Yeah, because I could have sworn like Jim or someone was saying that
Yeah.
they were not going to be able to keep up with this.
And yet they
They're
seem to
gonna
be
run out of episodes.
confident they're going to keep up with it.
Yeah, we'll see if Canada has to, or something changes.
That's really weird.
Or maybe 22 will be where it ends. For where they...
Yeah, they stop and
They
then we
have
have
to
to wait.
stop
We have to
and
wait
wait.
forever.
That would suck. At least it's, 22 and not like...
Well, we'd be fine in a sense.
Well...
In a sense.
Except for those of us that are watching early.
Yeah, but we won't, at least we won't be running out of content anytime soon.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Imagine, though, if it was like... episode all the way through 25, and then that's when they run out.
A health of information. So that's something to do with disease or health or something.
Maybe we'll see more Red Heart.
Maybe it turns out, I don't know, one of them secretly wanted to be a doctor the whole time. That's Applejack's real aspiration. What? Where'd this come from? You didn't know? I was dropping hints the whole time. What? Why do you... But apples keep doctors away. You take that back. But anyway. And final bit of news. A promo for Forever Philly is out if you haven't actually watched it.
Right. Because Canada.
Yeah, because Canada. But if you're waiting for the US release and you want to see a promo, though, there it is. So, bam. And that, of course, was the news. So now, next up, of course, is our discussion on Fluttershy Leans In. And as a quick synopsis, Angel is there in Fluttershy, and Angel's doing a bunch of tricks or parkour or whatever for Bunny, and then he hurts himself, and so Fluttershy takes him to the vet, and the thing is, the vet is just overcrowded. There's so many animals, she's just crazy, she can't get any work done. And so this spurs Fluttershy to kind of realize a dream of hers, which is she wants to build an animal sanctuary. So she tells her friends this, and they all think it's a great idea, and they all tell her, or a couple of them tell her that they know people who are experts in the field, and they come by, and she tries to tell them what she wants. They kind of argue with her, and then they go off and do their own thing is the problem. So when she sees their work, she's upset because it's not what she wanted, and they're insisting that what she wants is wrong, so she fires them. She's, of course, is disappointed, but then she decides to start over and try again, except this time exactly what she wants, and she's able to build an animal sanctuary, and the animals move in, they're very happy, and that's pretty much it.
Yep.
This episode, the thing is, this episode's not super eventful or exciting per se, but it's kind of pleasant.
Yeah, it's just a simple little slice of life.
Yeah,
really.
It is. It's not like, say, what was that episode with Applejack and the plumbing last season? I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, Days Off.
Yeah, Applejack's Days
Day
Off. That one was kind of just boring. And this thing is kind of in that similar vein of not a whole lot happens, but at the same time, because of a different, I guess, approach to the same sort of slice of life thing, it doesn't come across as boring. It's still very enjoyable, particularly for a Fluttershy episode, which I've been kind of down on before because I think often Fluttershy comes across as kind of generally uninteresting. And I know...
Cue the huge amount of Fluttershy fans.
Yes, I know Fluttershy
raging.
But they're not going to rage. I want people to hear them. They're too quiet.
Oh, no. Fluttershy fans
I know.
rage.
But yeah, I think this is actually a really pleasant one. And part of it is just simply Fluttershy. It doesn't reset Fluttershy, so to speak.
Yeah.
It shows, hey, she has grown. She's assertive now when she needs to be. She's still gentle and kind and withdrawn. It takes her, you notice it. And there's one point in particular when they're asking her, do you like it? Do you like it? And she actually hesitates for a bit, but then she actually says, no, I don't like it. And I like that. That's a nice little thing. She didn't immediately say no. She didn't say, oh, okay, I guess it's fine. She actually stops, takes a second, and goes, no, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, she shouts it, but still. I like that. That's a little detail I kind of like. It's just like, yeah, she still has to prep herself, but she can do it now.
Yeah, she still has to fight her original things. It looked like at that point she was going to just give in, but she didn't. And so Yeah, like you said, it's not a reset. It's not Fluttershy learning to be assertive. It's now Fluttershy
Is assertive.
Using the assertiveness that she has learned.
Without going overboard. Yeah, so we got the like Hard Hat there was a construction pony named Hard Hat, and I'm trying to remember the other two.
I don't.
Wrangler.
Wrangler was one. I don't even remember the
that was
fancy
Applejack's
one.
friend. Yeah, Pinkie Pie knew a hard construction worker because she did, I think, briefly work in construction.
I wouldn't be surprised if Pinkie's worked in everything.
But also we got Wrangler, of course, from the rodeos and stuff, which makes sense. And then, Rarity knows the interior designer folk, which makes sense because designers kind of knowing each other. What a shock! And that's the thing. It's kind of an interesting thing of like, yeah, I know. I think we've all seen that, like the site, clients from hell.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, you got bad clients, but this is not Fluttershy being a bad client. This is a bad contractor.
Yeah.
They're not listening to the client. The client has made it very specific what she wants. Mostly. I mean, she's kind of got some ideas, but like, this is what I want. I want natural. I don't want this sort of thing. And they decide, no, you're wrong. I'm going to do it this way.
Yeah, this was the contractors coming in with a preset idea, and it was like, we want to do it this way. We don't care. They came in with a, preconceived idea. That's what it was, of what was going to be made, and they wouldn't deviate once they found out that wasn't it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, it's a GM Barrow episode, which the last time she did was Pinkie Pie. The one where Pinkie Pie knows was the last episode she wrote,
which was a good episode.
Yeah, this is very different, that's good because it helps. It gives the idea that she's more than a one note, I guess, author or writer,
more than a one trick pony.
But yeah, that's the thing is. It's actually because of the. It's weird because again, I said it's not. It's a very. I don't want to say flat or anything, but very calm episode, which fitting for Fluttershy. But it's a very calm episode for the most part. It's very low key, very laid back, but it's not. But it doesn't get boring, at least in my opinion. Which is, I don't know. I think I think this is going to be an episode where a lot of people are going to be like all over the place, just because it's going to be people like, I think that was boring. And the other people, like, I guess, are going to be like, actually, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it wasn't as hard-hitting. It didn't have a huge amount of lore. It didn't introduce new concepts or character. Well, it introduced new characters, but not like that. It didn't introduce any long-standing characters. It just kind of brought ones in. But it was a simple slice of life, which we haven't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
We used to get a lot of these. This used to be the norm.
Yeah.
And everyone loved it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is just... I do like the animal sanctuary stuff, because it's just like it's kind of also nice Fluttershy having an aspiration.
Yes,
and we've said that before. It's like, what the heck does Fluttershy want? And or now it's also
the question
like,
is, what does Fluttershy do for a living? How does she make money?
Yeah, that's the other thing is
doesn't really answer that,
because I remember early on people were like, oh, she's like a vet. No.
She can help when the vet likes her help because she knows what she's doing, but.
It's kind of a weird thing. And then, so, no, she's still a caretaker, but she wants to make a sanctuary, which is interesting in itself. Because, and also that thing, speaking of vet, the vet we saw was the same one from back in, what was that episode? Secret of My Excess. When Twilight was trying to find out what was wrong with Spike, and she took him to a vet.
All right, yeah.
It's the same vet, which is nice. Nice little nod there.
Continuity.
Yeah. It's an example of, them doing a good job with continuity. But another thing with continuity was they brought back a Big Daddy McColt from the Whofield McColt episode. Yep. And they brought him back. I was like, oh, it was a pleasant surprise. It's kind of unexpected, but it makes sense. I mean, that was one of the things, I think, if I recall that episode correctly, it's been a while.
It has been a while.
Was that season 5? That was. Yeah, that was season 5. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. Yeah, and that one, I believe one of his things was he was really good at building up the fortifications.
Something like that.
It's been a while. I think that was what it was. But yeah, so it's like, okay, he knows what he's doing there. And it's also nice he was willing to listen to Fluttershy. He didn't presume himself an expert. And that's kind of an interesting thing. Like, experts are a weird thing sometimes because, like, they get so ingrained in how things are supposed to be. They sometimes forget that sometimes you need to change things up to make things better.
Yeah, I think, and that kind of points to, I can't really call it a negative. It would be like a potential negative. I could see some people mistaking part of this when they say, no more experts. I could see people misinterpreting that. And that makes me a little worried.
It's like
I could see
it's like flurry emotions, kind of the.
Or if you really want to go back,
Feeling Pinky Keen?
Feeling Pinky Keen. I think this could potentially...
Or even a little bit Bridal Gossip,
to that. Too. Not quite
Bridal Gossip is another one where people kind of misinterpret it a little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit.
I hope it doesn't get as bad as, like, Pinky Keen did.
Oh, you're just anti-something.
Oh, people interpreted that whole episode as... some people...
Anti-science?
Yeah, people interpreted it as anti-science, which is not what it was intended to be.
Although they did admit that they present the moral pretty badly in that.
Yeah, they did admit that. This
is the weird one because it's not so much about a moral per se.
It isn't.
There is one, but the main thing is just Fluttershy has a dream and she wants to fulfill it, and she sees an opportunity and she took it.
Yes,
that's in and of itself kind of a big thing because that is hard to do.
Yeah, I think if you
sometimes
want to
even when you have an opportunity, it's like you hesitate sometimes because this could all fall apart.
Yeah, I think if you wanted to put a moral or a lesson into this one, it's don't give up on your dream, or
even when other people are trying to change it, or to stop you.
Stick to your dreams, kind of a thing. I guess if you want to. Not everything has to have a lesson. Yeah,
although of course there's that people talk about. There's an argument now that we're kind of presenting bracing everyone for disappointment just because basically we're telling them to follow your dreams, and for a lot of people that just doesn't happen, which is kind of a whole conversation that is kind of heavy for this. I think.
Yeah, it is a bit heavy. You can't always. You tell
this whole thing of follow your dreams is for 90% of people it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I want to be an astronaut. Chances of being an astronaut are really slim.
Especially when the budget's cut.
Yeah, you have to work really hard to be an astronaut, and even if you are top, you might not get selected.
Even if you're one of the best, you still might get into space ever.
Yep, it's really hard. You have to have a lot of credentials.
Like an Independence Day.
Now, some people want to be a president. Apparently, you don't have to have credentials for that.
Oh, you went there.
I did go there.
Right. But the whole thing is just kind of like, these are experts who are kind of they're experts who you should listen to, obviously. But these are the experts who are kind of full of themselves in a sense. They will not accept the input of someone. They're like, no, I don't care what you want.
Yeah.
They're not trying to work with her. They're working just in spite of her.
Yeah, and that's another thing. They're talking about experts in their field, and this kind of works to help against the potential misinterpretation of the lesson. They are experts, but they're experts, say, in construction, and as was brought up, this isn't about construction, say, it's about animals. And repeated multiple times, Fluttershy is an expert when it comes to animals.
Exactly. So she knows what she's talking about there.
Yeah, so it's one of those, experts aren't bad, you just have to, just because you're an expert in construction doesn't mean you're an expert in constructing an animal shelter. Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like, with this sort of thing, it's like sometimes, yes, some skills can transfer over, but not necessarily all the skills, and you're going to have to, like the construction worker, he could have built exactly what, but that's the thing is, like, it was so out of his normal thing, he wasn't sure.
Yeah, he likes to stick with what he knows, and he's probably a good builder for buildings.
Although that one felt done pretty easily.
It wasn't done. The supports weren't in.
The framework was there, which if you're building up already and have the framework in, it should already be pretty stable as is and shouldn't fall over because a bear hit it. Let's be honest.
I don't know. It's a bear. I mean, how many houses are built to take a bear?
I don't know.
It's a big bear.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like the interior design, the designers just, and also that's kind of their own, they kind of let their own personal tastes get in the way of what the client wanted. And that's the thing. In this sort of field, you're going to have to sometimes, like, I don't like how that looks personally, but you have to make it that way anyway because that's what they want.
Yes.
Even if you think it's hideous.
That's the entire idea of the phrase, the customer or the client is always right. It's even when there aren't right, but sometimes you just need to give them what they want. But in this case, it's different than that. The customer was right. It was just in a slightly different field than the expert was used to.
Yeah. And of course, the other way is, of course, sometimes clients are just dumb.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes the clients are just like, oh my God.
Yes.
You have to know the line.
Yeah, you have to know this because this is one of the things that's an aesthetic opinion per se versus an actual.
At least on the interior designer.
Yeah. Also, by the way, opinions can be wrong. People think opinions can't be wrong.
Yes, opinions can be wrong, including your own.
Yes, I know. But I'm talking about the actual things where it's like opinions can be wrong in the sense that actual facts, like you can have an opinion, like so you can say, oh no, the Earth is flat. That doesn't matter, but if that's your opinion, it's wrong. It's factually wrong.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if it's your opinion.
Opinion. That's a statement of fact.
No, but this is the thing: is people try to say, my opinion is the Earth is wrong. It's like, no,
the Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat. It's like, no, the Earth is round.
That's when you understand the difference. That's not an opinion. That isn't a statement of fact.
But this is it's just kind of interesting. Just kind of the this is general structure of this. It was actually, in some ways, it kind of felt shorter than most episodes.
It did. It had, especially the last one felt long.
Yeah. This one felt really short, but it's not. And I don't know, man, this is kind of weird. Just kind of, it's not really a short episode.
It's just the pacing, I guess. It really changes that.
It's not the bad pacing. It's just kind of an oddly, it doesn't feel like it's rushed. It just feels short.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that as a negative. That's just kind of an odd thing I just noticed. Kind of like, why
it does feel short, but it isn't.
But it's also just kind of the animals themselves. Almost kind of forgot about them entirely. Like they're there.
Wow,
I'm trying to see them.
We just forgot about the animals.
It's more like actually kind of saw the animals as just kind of giant, massive plot versus actual. No, bad. But like it's interesting some of the stuff. Like we saw a goat, and before we've seen goats in here who are working for Ironwill as like security guards, and it's like.
Yeah, that's been a consistent thing with this one.
I guess those goats were just trained well. Let's roll with that.
The level of sentience and sapience for non-pony animals is always a weird topic.
Well, I've noticed for the most part they actually tend to be pretty consistent for the most part. Just
for the most part, we just have a few.
Got one or two species where it's like, wait. Like, the cows have always been a weird one. The sheep are always a weird one. The sheep, the goats. The goats, well, the only time I think, I don't remember them really appearing other than the Ironwill episode. I don't remember them. They might have appeared, but I don't remember them. And they were just working security, but we didn't hear them talk. So it's possible, just simple, they were trained really well.
Or maybe they're just part of the show. They're not actual security guards. Yeah. They just put vests and badges on them.
But, like, the giraffe, like, I think that's a lot of people's headcanons where giraffes were... actual sapient creatures, and I mean the eyes of the giraffe would indicate that too, but
yeah, because that's usually in the indicators. You look at the eyes.
It's a vet,
but yeah,
apparently it's something for a vet to take care of, not a doctor. I guess that kind of wrecks a couple headcanons, although the deer thing is kind of a reaffirmation and it thankfully also kills that one comic arc, which is awful. The deer are not sentient or sapient, whichever word you want to use there, although they're not quite interchangeable.
The definitions are kind of weird.
They're not quite interchangeable, but they're kind of close.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one comic arc was pretty bad and it involved deer. And thankfully, because of this episode and that other episode before it, it's like, oh, deer. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Oh, deer.
Oh, deer.
Deer bound in the background.
Oh, also, oh, look, a moose.
Yeah, right.
That happened. The moose just popped up in the background.
That was a deer.
No, there was a moose.
Was there a moose too? Because I saw that. When I said oh, deer. Deer bounced in the background.
I don't know. There was a moose, and there was obvious moose antlers.
I saw a deer.
Might have to relook at it, but I'm pretty sure I saw a moose. Because I mentioned the moose.
Yes, and I was confused because I'm pretty sure it was a deer.
I thought I saw a moose. Either way.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. Just also the different, there was a bear there that had a slightly different design than Harry the bear.
Yes.
Slightly different, which I guess there are different kinds of bears. You look more like, I guess, a large black bear.
Large black bear. That's almost an oxymoron. Black bears are usually the small
of
the species.
That's the thing. I guess he just was well fed. He drank his milk, ate his vegetables. Oh, geez. Oh, and a sloth.
And a sloth. Yeah, it's the sloth.
Sloth. I wonder if he'd be good friends with Tank.
I think it was a she.
Okay. I wonder if she'd be good friends with Tank.
Like, I'm just now imagining Ents talking.
We just said hello. Oh, no.
We've decided you are not orcs. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
It's like...
Yeah. It was also just nice kind of things in the animal sanctuary thing, just kind of like, you took this field, which is kind of empty, and then somehow built up this whole rock thing. It's like kind of interesting. It's also like I also like the the main six are there and they're helping out and they're willing to help out and they start planting their own ideas and Fluttershy's like no,
Stop. Down this road we're not going back down it.
No, stop. It's like I appreciate it, but let me do this. It's like okay, and then also nice they didn't argue. They went okay. They just
actually
stopped.
congratulated her.
Yeah, they stopped. Like when she said stop, they didn't argue. They stopped, and then yeah, what was it? Flutterbold, more like Flutter sass.
No,
I know.
It was more bold, less sass.
It's sass though.
We have seen that, haven't we? Though
I can't remember if we've ever seen Fluttershy give sass. I know we've seen Twilight give sass and Rarity dash and
Twilight snarkle.
Yes,
bring back Twilight snarkle.
Yep. One day, I shall keep that. I shall hold the faith on that one.
He wants snark.
Oh,
bring your other waifu in.
Speaking
she
which,
can give snark.
Speaking of which, Sunset should also show up. But anyway, that's way off topic. Yeah, it's also interesting her dream board.
Her dream board, yes.
Did she like have that hidden away somewhere, just waiting? And then it's not blueprint so much as a dream board. And it's like I have no idea what any of this means.
Yep, I've done that a few times. Just stream of consciousness, dump onto something, and come back and look at it and go, "The hell does any of this mean?"
Yeah, I would look at I would look at that and go, I recognize some of this stuff.
I recognize these words individually.
I know some of these words. But yeah, that's the thing. Is just it was kind of a generally pleasant episode. It wasn't amazing, but it was pleasant. It wasn't boring. It wasn't like Applejack's Day Off where it was just boring. It wasn't like an amazing off the wall episode. It wasn't like the one with Pinkie Pie Nose, which just was crazy and fun. But it also wasn't. But it was pleasant. It was enjoyable to watch. It was very nice. Like I guess
light.
It was a very lightweight slice of life one. It was very lightweight, but. Sometimes you kind of need that. I mean, like having every single episode like being super intense or big thing is kind of every episode being identical to one another in form and structure is going to be boring eventually.
Yeah, when every episode is special, none of them are.
Yeah, so and that's the thing.
Unless
it's
you're
like
Clone High.
This is generally pleasant. I would actually almost say this is so far of the 5 episodes that have shown up. We're only 5 episodes in right now.
Yes.
Of the 5 that have shown up so far, I would say this is probably the second best.
Yeah, I would say second. I think the Flurry of Emotions is still
that was just really fun just because
there.
Twilight was, and for my opinion, that was just because Twilight was just a lot of fun. It was fun to see kind of Twilight not being just Princess Twilight.
Yeah.
It was Twilight being Twilight.
Yes.
Dorkiness and everything.
Yep.
Still no snark, though.
Still no snark.
Well, that would be fun. That would be interesting. She snarks to a baby.
Yeah,
I've snarked to babies. It's kind of a thing in our family. Just we snark at the children, just sass at them because they're being sassy, but not with words.
Not with words. Yeah.
I just gave you. Then you just throw it on the floor. Okay, fine. Just throw it on the floor. Fine. No food for you then. I may have had a recent experience with this sort of thing, but
yeah, my nephew is over.
But
that's fun.
Yeah, it was nice to see. It was also, by the way, nice to see Angel get hurt. There is a bit of Schadenfreude there.
Schadenfreude.
It was nice to see him. Because, what was that? Parkour?
I don't know what he was doing. I don't know.
Did he want to join the circus? Because if he wants to join the circus, okay.
Okay.
Take Starlight with you.
No. We talked about her enough last episode.
Yeah, I know. She did appear.
She did appear.
She did not say anything. I'm okay with her appearing if she just keeps her mouth shut and she's kind of in the background like she is. That is fine with me.
Bring it back in.
Well, this is part of this. This is relevant to the episode. I'm fine with her just sitting in the background, not talking. That's fine.
Yes.
Acknowledging her existence is fine. Just
okay.
Stop bringing her to the forefront.
Okay.
There we go.
Bring it back. Yeah, your time.
Okay. It's just. I would like to. One thing I would like to imagine, I think, is it's kind of there, and we see it. I like to imagine Fluttershy and the veterinarian being friends.
Yeah,
the good friends.
Yeah.
You know what? Someone ship them. Why not? Go for it.
Go for it. Someone probably does.
This is a commission.
It's not a commission because we're not offering money.
for exposure.
Oh God, no. No.
I won't do that.
No, we're not like that.
No. But yeah, I would like to imagine the two of them would be pretty close friends, just because it kind of a similar. It's pretty clear the vet clearly also loves animals, so I would assume. Well, throwing Tree Hugger as a friend too. Why not? The three of them being together, and well, lots of Doritos are eaten. Let's just say that. I'd be cool with that headcanon.
I'm just remembering I can't remember what police department made that tweet.
Oh God, the tone deaf one.
No,
not that one.
No, the 421. They lined a whole bunch of Mountain Dew and Doritos
and video games and stuff.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was great.
I just imagine them. It's like, you ever wonder how he picks stuff up with our hooves? Like,
no, I did see a comic a long time ago with Pinky and Fluttershy, and it was Pinky saying, we have hooves, right? Yeah, and we have legs. Yeah, and they're separate. Yeah. So where do they separate? And then Fluttershy just freaks out as they're looking at them. Yeah, so that's already been done a long time ago.
Well, that's how do we pick stuff up with our hooves, man? It's like, you ever just notice how round it is? Yeah, just that.
Yeah.
The insightful discussions, very insightful. But I could imagine that totally. Because why not?
Yeah, if they could get that past S&P.
Yeah, well, that's what fanfics are for, right? And fan art.
Yes.
Anyway, I just like seeing the idea of Fluttershy and the vet being friends. I don't think I caught the name.
They said it. I just forgot it.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't catch the name.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was also nice to seeing that little callback, two callbacks to previous episodes.
Yep.
And in a fairly natural way. Although I would say the McColtz is kind of was like, what? Kind of was.
It works, but
it works. I mean, in the sense, it was unexpected, but it works. It's kind of, it wasn't. It's like, oh, to go to that. I wonder if I was thinking that when she said she's going to take Angel to that. I was like, I wonder if it's going to be the same one. Hey. So, yeah, this was actually, again, very pleasant episode. Not the most exciting or the best even. It's like, yeah, it's probably by the end of the season. We're probably going to be saying somewhere in the, I don't know, probably I'd put it it'd probably be around
in the upper quarter.
10 or 12 or 11
maybe.
Or 12, somewhere around there.
In the upper half, at least.
Upper half, but it depends on the rest of the season stuff. Who knows, the rest of the season could be a complete and total bomb, but it also be something of just mind-blowing. We don't know.
Yeah.
Because we know some big things are coming up.
Yep.
But this was a nice, pleasant one.
Yes, it was. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, so, and that's that for that.
That's that for that.
Yes. Right, so moving on to fan content. We don't have any fanfic. I don't have any fan fictions. Alas.
You can't.
There was one I was hoping for. Another. Unless you wanted me to just dump a bunch of Sunline news, which I'm fine with, but.
Please do not inundate us with your trash. We've had enough of that.
But anyway, we do, though, have 2 songs, so go ahead.
Yes, I picked 2 out this week that I liked. The first one is Hades and Age of Vinyl's VIP remix of Iridescence. It's a VIP remix, and I can't remember if we featured the original or not.
I want to say we did,
but
because I remember.
Yeah, because you remember it. But it's good, and being a VIP remix, it doesn't change a whole butt load. There, that's better. It doesn't change a whole bunch, but it makes it a lot better. It adds more into it and makes it a lot better. And I do think they did a really good job with this VIP remix. It's better. I like it. It's really good.
Yeah. It's also weird because it's like kind of laid back in a sense, but it's also got that bass line that's going. It's like weird.
They title it Liquid D&B. So you have the D&B, which is energetic, but also the liquid, which keeps it smooth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
is that also like I think it's a guitar thing that's going.
Yeah, it's
thing.
like
it sounds like a guitar.
It's almost like a I don't know the style of that. But yeah.
Yeah, I like that going through. I really like that through the whole thing.
Almost flamenco, maybe.
Yeah. I really like that going through the whole thing. I think that was my favorite part of it.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Also, the waves at the beginning were a really good addition.
Yeah.
Right in the opening. That was something that wasn't in the original. But yes, there's that one. Go check it out. It's good. The other one I got is Ertree's My Loyalty. One is dark and heavy with subtle and somewhat creepy voice clip to it. It's inspired by a Reaper Dash image, so that's where the creepy part comes from. But yeah, it's nice and smooth, even though it's really heavy too, and I think it was really well done.
Yeah. It's also weird. It's kind of light, kind of,
sort of
has a light airiness to it.
Also being somewhat dark.
Yeah, and also the faint, really faint vocal clips. It's not at the forefront, and that works in this song's favor. The vocal clips are on the background, which kind of gives you that unnerving feeling because it's like someone's creeping around,
which would make sense.
Like behind you right now.
Yeah.
Don't look. So that's actually a pretty nice one.
Yep, they're good. Go check them out.
So that is it. Because again, no fanfics.
Yep.
Not even updates, which is weird. What happened to Enchanted Library? Come on. You were so reliable. I'm kidding, but please.
I'm kidding, but please. I need more.
I need that finish. Also, Perspective needs to finish out too. But anyway, that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, including our definitely not previously recorded Fluttershy Leans In discussion.
Totally not pre-recorded. Even though this whole thing's technically pre-recorded.
Don't you throw logic into this. Anyway, if you enjoyed, you can listen to past and future episodes via pony411.libsyn.com. Again, it's spelled Libsyn. That's, you can download it there. Let's subscribe to the RSS feed and all that stuff. And click all the various links that we're going to talk about there on that page.
Yes.
But anyway, I'm going to talk to them anyway. You could also go to youtube.com/pony411 if you want to listen there. Like, comment, subscribe, and whatnot. It's a nice way to do it. And also, stay around and look at the end notes if you want to go back to previous episodes or subscribe on that button or whatever, because I'm using that now. There's also Stitcher.com or the Stitcher iOS or Android apps if you want to search for Pony411 there. And there's, of course, Google Play. Search for Pony411 on that. And iTunes. Search for Pony411. And, you subscribe, review, and rate on there. I think on any of those, actually, you can do that, all that stuff.
Yep.
I believe that's all the methods that I am aware of.
For just downloading, yeah.
Yeah, for downloading. And, of course, there's Ponyville Live. If you want to go via there, that goes to YouTube anyway. But it's a nice way to keep track of that and other podcasts and music stations.
Yep.
And there's also Ponyville FM every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can tune in there and also listen to some music around it, including live DJs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you want to contact us and tell us about, why Starlight should be in the Equestria Girls thing because of some reason, or why Fluttershy Leans In was actually really boring and we were wrong about it, whatever, you can do so via email, pony411podcast@gmail.com. Questions, criticism, comments, whatever, all that stuff.
You can tell us that you actually liked it too. It's not just negative things you can tell us about.
You can tell us about Fluttershy Leans In being good if you like. I mean, apparently we're going very much against the grain of the fandom on this one, but whatever. I don't care. I go against the grain a lot.
Yes, we can tell.
There's also facebook.com/pony411. You can like us there, and that's where new episodes will show up, and as well as new video reviews when we make those. And we'll also even talk to you if you contact us. We'll talk to you, if you tell us, hey, how excited you are to see us at TrotCon. Awesome. We're excited to see you too. And of course, there's also Twitter. That's our main social media thing. Twitter.com/pony411, @pony411, whatever. That's where we usually make our stupid jokes and whatnot. Or complain. Or make more stupid jokes. Or get excited, whatever. Or share opinions. If you ask us, you can ask us questions about stuff. We'll respond eventually.
Yes, eventually.
Sometimes it'll take us a while because we have to think about it, but
Also, if you send it like early in the morning, I'm at work.
Exactly, or in the middle of the night.
We either sleep or at work, so we can't exactly reply.
Sometimes I'm asleep. Yeah, there's that. So, or there's our personal accounts. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and he's at Alca7raz with the 7 and 7T and an underscore at the very end. I've been doing Transformers reviews because movie toys came out.
I've been tweeting someone else's car.
Speaking of things I keep watching even though I don't like, or I kind of like but also recognize is not very good. Transformers. Yes, I'm going to see the last night because
you're
I know.
already committed.
I'm in. It's one of those. It's just like MLP. You can't escape. Once you're in, you're in. That's it. You're done.
The ride
It's
never
over.
ends.
Your life is over at that point. You might as well just get a bunch of waifus too. So that's that.
Robot waifus.
Yeah. Next week we will be at Everfree Northwest, which means we're not going to do our usual thing. We've been doing those little mini episodes things. We're not going to do that this year. We're going to do a little bit more expansive stuff. Hopefully it'll work out.
Hopefully.
But we're also still going to talk about next week's episode, Forever Philly.
Yes.
We'll be talking about that in its own podcast episode thing, so don't worry. But we'll also still be doing Everfree coverage, just not the normal way.
Yeah.
Or at least our normal way.
Yeah, not our normal way. Just like watch our accounts.
Watch
during
YouTube.
the time.
Watch our accounts. We'll be posting pictures and videos and stuff, hopefully.
Hopefully
that'll all work out and we don't get yelled at for doing something wrong. But anyway, that's it.
That we just forget.
Yeah, I'm not going to forget. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy in the future. But until then, though, please pony responsibly, guys. Goodbye.
See ya.